So many people glued to the screens for the Oprah Winfrey interview with Meghan and Harry. The world was watching, actually, and they've reacted. Many opinions, a lot of divided opinion. Frankie, you were watching, along with the other 11 million people in the UK last night. A lot had been talked about this interview before we'd seen it, because obviously it's aired in America first. What were you thinking before you watched, and had you changed your opinion by the end of that interview?
You know what, Ruth? I had this weird conflicting feeling about it. Like, I was so excited to watch it because I've always liked Harry and I've never had a problem with Meghan. So I was excited to see it, but then that felt wrong to be feeling excited to watch something that I felt was so sad. Because I think for me, I feel like it's a family issue at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. I know they're the royal family, but this is two families that have fallen apart and gone their separate ways. And I think that's a really sad thing. And I think, you know, we don't know the truth. There's always two sides to every story, and we're probably never going to know. But for me, I do feel like for Meghan with Archie and this whole title thing and him not being looked after and her not feeling like he was going to be safe, I, as a parent, could imagine that feeling of taking that so personally, of that they're going to change the rules just to make sure he doesn't have a title and that he's not going to be looked after. I would fight for that, even if I didn't care about the title. So, you know, I did feel for her in that, whether that's true or not. And then this whole mental health side of it, of people saying they don't believe her, I just feel like that undoes all the hard work that everyone's been doing for the last few years. So I do feel like there were just so many emotions watching it, if I'm honest.
I felt a bit, Brenda, still do a little bit, that I feel like I'm being asked to take sides, like we're all being asked to take sides. Like, who do you like now? Do you like the royal family? Do you like Harry and Meghan? Whose side are you on? And I didn't feel like that. I watched it with great interest. I thought that she was very eloquent. The suicidal thoughts that she was having were affected me. I've obviously had that in my own family, and to think that she felt that nobody helped her, I found very shocking.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm like Frankie. I kind of, all I've heard about is Meghan. You know, I wanted to watch it and watch what Harry was doing and watch his body language, because I'm sorry, you know, Harry was here, there would be no Meghan if there wasn't Harry.
Or there'd be Meghan, but we wouldn't know her as we wouldn't know her now.
Exactly. Yeah. And I've grown up watching Harry from a very, very early age, and the trauma that he went through and he experienced. And that's why I wanted to watch this from a different perspective, relating to how he must feel, the loneliness that they both speak about. And, you know, it's all right for people to say, well, you've got this big old house. Yeah, you've got this big... Just because you've got a big old house, that doesn't mean you're not lonely and you don't feel the support. And what was a telling thing for me with Harry and really stuck with me was when he says, I just wanted to be saved. And she saved me. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what colour she was. She saved this man. She's a strong woman, but it seems to be an issue. And I was actually having a watch party last night with my friends. You know,
watch party?
Well, it's like, you know, there was me. I had another black friend that was watching it. I had my Asian friend. I had my mixed race friend. I had my white friend.
You were all on the phone.
I had so many different devices out. Let's you know, because they had the breaks. Let's have a chat. And it's about having an adult conversation with each other and listening to somebody else's point of view and actually hearing what that person is saying.
But obviously, you're saying you're watching it with your friends of colour, white friends,
because
you know,
I want to know their opinion.
And obviously a lot was made of racism. You know, that was mentioned a lot.
But the thing that kept the common thread that ran through all of us, if you keep talking about colour, it's going to be an issue. And that is why we have this issue. You know, we're all coloured. I'm black, you're white. We're all coloured, but we're all human people. We're people. And that's, you know, if we can't take it back to let's just have some mindfulness for each other, as a human being, we're at a loss.
It's when you said, you know, he said, oh, she saved me, but then Meghan said, no, actually, he saved us both, that he decided that this is too traumatic, not just for his wife, but for his child and for him, and he made the decision to go, because after all, it's his family. Do you think, did that come across to you? Was that a brave decision?
It's a radical decision and one that he might regret, because he's gone to another country where he hasn't got any of the people that he went to either school or was in the army with. None of his former close friends are around him. So he's going to have a new circle of friends. And I think that will push them closer together, yes, but also his whole background is so very, very much in this country and with a certain group of people. And I think he's going to find he will be, he'll feel fulfilled with her, but he'll also feel lonely. What I'm most worried about after watching the programme was his future relationship with his father and his brother. Because God knows, I had so many rows with my sister and with my mother and with my father, but somehow we managed to get on. What he has said and the way that he said it in front of so many people is so wounding. And the other thing that I took away from it was that he talks about kindness and mindfulness and authenticity, but then you come back to his mother, a 90-something-year-old woman whose husband, 99 years old, has just had a heart operation and is in hospital for the longest time in many, many years. And she is the person who's truly alone at the moment. And I think a lot of people will have watched the programme and thought, OK, all right, you've got problems and you've got a nightmare family, but we have lost relatives. And I lost the closest member of my family last Thursday, so I found it very hard to watch. I found it quite cruel in some regards. It's so full of self-regard. But on the other hand, she's entitled to put her point of view. What she came across as was a highly intelligent, highly motivated woman who's taken this poor man who was, you know, somewhat directionless and given him a purpose in life. And so I applaud her for that, but at what cost to his relationship with his sibling?
And I think we've discussed the timing before Prince Philip was ill.
Yeah.
Just the timing of we are in the middle of a worldwide pandemic where a lot of people have lost loved ones, people are struggling, they've lost their jobs, they don't have money, you know, they're sick. I just thought, you know, a lot of people have questioned the timing anyway before Prince Philip became ill. We did a poll, actually, and asked you, have you changed your opinion of the royal family since watching the interview? 27% of you, yes, 73% no. We don't actually know what that opinion was, I have to say, at the start of that. So that's quite interesting. Gina says, it's made me realise there's so much more to the royal family as a business that is wrong and it must be addressed. And Frankie, like you said right at the very beginning, you know, Meghan said about her truth. Everything was her truth, and that was her side of the story, as you've said. Would you like to hear the royals respond, the royal family respond? Would you like to hear the other side of the story, or do you think that they should perhaps keep a dignified silence now, or do we need to hear?
I don't know. I think it's one of those things. I think if they feel they want to and they feel they need to respond, I think this has all come from, I think everything with Meghan, Harry, her dad, with the royal family, everyone just wants to be heard. That's what it's come down to. So if the royal family want to be heard, then yes, I think they should come out and speak. But equally, we all pick faults of it. Are we going to believe everything they say? You know, like you said, people are expecting us to choose sides. People believe what they want to believe. It doesn't matter what either side says, really, does it?
No. Well, I imagine this won't be the last time we'll be talking about it, will we? We've run out of time for now, but I expect this will rumble on. If you haven't actually seen the interview or you want to watch it again, it is available on the ITV Hub.